Hi, I'm Sarah and welcome to the Crafty Sew&So vlog. It's been a little while coming, but I'm going to share some of my recent makes with you. I've been pretty busy. I've been making lots and lots of things, some complex garments and some more simple garments. I've got a few plans to show you today, and I've also got a couple of finished makes as well. Lots and lots of works in progress are going on at the moment, so I'll just touch on those as well. So we'll start off with what I'm wearing. I am wearing a Betine over the top of a t-shirt, as is per the case for most of winter for me. I'm always wearing lots of layers in the winter. It can get a bit chilly in Leicester. It's not quite up north, but it's definitely getting a little bit cooler. So I'll just stand up and show you what I've done with this. So I've popped some pockets in. This is the first Betine that I've made with pockets, and I just lengthened it a little bit as well to take it down to just above my knee length, because Tilly, bless her, she's a bit shorter than me. I'm 5'8", and I always find I just need to add just an inch or so just to help with things not getting a bit too obscene. So I'm really happy with this. It's made out of a georgette that we had in the shop a little while ago. It's been in my stash for a little while. I do try and sew things that we have from the shop as quickly as possible so you can see the lovely fabric before it sells out. But unfortunately with this one it is all gone. So yeah, that's my Betine. So the other garment that I've been working on, and working pretty hard on this one, is a raspberry pink boiled wool Clare coat. So I'll pop a little video in here of my coat in action. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I made the size 12 according to my measurements. I was between a 10 and a 12, so I just decided to go up. That was ideal for me, and I've tried and tested it out at Sobrum this weekend, and yeah, pretty happy with the results. Just pop a few pictures of me at Sobrum doing a bit of fabric shopping, surprise surprise. And yeah, I added a nice rose print lining, and that was to the body, and then I lined the sleeves in navy blue lining fabric, and that works really well because it's really easy to get on and off, and I really like the kind of flash of a bit of bright rose print on the inside as well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I also did do the bound buttonhole on the neckline. Had a bit of a drama with that because I accidentally burnt my wool. My lovely husband likes to iron his shirts at about 380 degrees and had turned the iron up to full blast. I forgot to check the temperature. I just assumed that it was on the temperature that I'd left it on the day before, and it wasn't. And yeah, it did burn a little bit of the wool, which turned a lovely crispy orange colour and gave off a really nice smell of burnt lamb, which was nice. So I learnt my lesson from that. Took off the collar, redid the collar. It just had to be done, and of course had to redo the bound buttonhole in that. But you know, these things, it was good practice. And I'm now absolutely positive I know how to do a bound buttonhole and the funnel neck on the Clare coat after doing it twice. So yeah, I think this is a coat that I'm going to be getting lots of use out for years and years to come. So I've got quite a few things on my making list, one of which is a sweatshirt out of this gorgeous llama fabric that we've got in the shop. It's fantastic. I love the teal base and the little llamas, especially the ones that are wearing the cute little hats. Look at them, they're really sweet. And then they've got the cactuses, and this one's carrying a very heavy load, and yeah, I just love that. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's a loop back terry as well, which I think you probably saw me showing you in the last fabrics vlog. Yeah, so it's just got a little bit of warmth without all that weight that you'd have with a very heavyweight sweatshirt fabric. So that one I'm going to be using the McCall's pattern, which came free with Love Sewing magazine probably about, when was it, a couple of issues ago, I think. So yeah, looking forward to that. It's a bit like the Linden, but you've got a few variations, and I'm just going to be making the straightforward, which one am I going to be doing? I'm going to be doing this one, which has little contrast shoulder pads, And we've got some grey quilted jersey, which I'm going to be using for the little quilted shoulder sections, shoulder yokes, and the rest of it I'm just going to be making in the llama fabric. So that's my first planned make. That hopefully shouldn't take too long. The only thing is I don't have an overlocker here at home. I tend to do most of my cutting out either here or at the shop, and then I'll do a bit of making. But if it's a garment like that, I'm probably going to mostly make it on the overlocker, so I'll probably do most of the making at work. I would really like an overlocker, we just don't have the space at the moment, so I'm really toying up, you know, trying to fit one in, and maybe Santa will bring me one as a Christmas present. So another garment that I have made already, and this one I did make at work on the overlocker, is this fantastic sweatshirt. Just hold this up and you can see I still need to finish off the hemband. So that's the last bit that I've got to finish, and I've done a nice kangaroo pocket as well there. So I've lined that in a faux sheepskin lining, and it's just gorgeous. It's so snuggly, especially as soon as you have the wrap over effect on the neckline, and that really gives it a really nice kind of snuggly feel on the inside. And then I've popped a bit of velvet ribbon on the inside just to cover up that seam and just give it that kind of designer feel, and I really like that. I'm going to be adding that to a lot of my makes this winter. So yeah, that's my first really snuggly make of the winter, and that is the Thread Theory pattern. I'll pop the name of it because I've completely forgotten it across the screen now, but it's definitely one that I'm going to be making again. So yeah, that's my two very wintry makes. I've got a couple of more transitional / not summer makes, but things that that will see me through several seasons. So the first off is excuse me, reaching down here. I'm making a Cleo Pinny in this gorgeous mustard ochre denim, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to making and wearing that. I've done my usual adaptations with it of making the skirt a bit more A-line, and I've got the pattern for that sorted now, so I'm really happy with the fit. It just has plenty of space. It's nipped in at the waist enough, but it's got enough around the circumference of the hem just to balance out my hips, because I'm a pear shape, so that really suits me. If you want to see a tutorial for how to make a straight skirt more A-line, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that, and I'm quite happy to do that, probably over on the Crafty Sew&So blog at some point. So yeah, that's coming up. I'm going to be binding the inside of the facings with a nice floral binding as well. So you've always got to think about having pretty insides as well as what's going on the outside as well. And the last thing that I've got on my list for now, I mean the list is huge, but this is the one that I'm going to show you today. I'm planning to make a pair of elasticated trousers. So we produced a pattern a little while back for Love Sewing magazine. Pop a picture in here of the shorts that I made using that pattern. So it was a shorts pattern for the magazine, and I'm going to do a hack of it to make them into trousers. So they've got pockets, which is great, exactly what I need. They've got pleats on the front, elasticated back but a flat front, and I think I'm going to add a kind of waist tie as well, possibly that comes from the side seams round to the front, and possibly, I don't know whether to include some belt loops and just make it into like a proper tie all the way around. I'm undecided on that. I think I'll have to see how much fabric I've got left. But yeah, this fabric is a rust coloured linen. It looks a bit more red at the moment in this light, but it's definitely more of a kind of orangey rust colour. It definitely looks very red actually in this light, but that is going to be for my Sri Lanka wardrobe. So we're going to Sri Lanka in January, and I just need a few things just to kind of really comfortable garments just to help me with my travels. So I think that is everything. It's going to keep me busy for probably in the next couple of weeks. And then I'll be back with some more makes and some more plans. So until then, happy sewing. Bye.